Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Trials of Cold Steel. This is Wishblend reporting in. So we're in Ymir in Rean's house. Talking to his mum. Well, that smells delicious. Wait a sec. Is that pheasant stew? Hee, your very favourite. Your father said that he wanted you to have a nourishing dinner, so he went and caught one himself. Really? I'll be sure to thank him later. Speaking of food, you've got a lot going on here. It smells amazing. Well, the circumstances may not be ideal, but it's been too long since we last dined together as a family. And ever since Her Highness arrived, it's been so lively that I feel like I've gained a second daughter. Times like this are when a mother has to put her best foot forward, don't you think? You really are the perfect mother. Even in times like these, you're right here ready to warmly welcome us home with open arms. I can't see that ever changing. If only I was half as good a son as you are, Mum. Mum, is something wrong? That's not true at all. When I had no idea what was going on with you or your sister, I worried myself sick. At times, it felt as though my chest was going to burst from it all. But believing that you two would come back to me safely was the key to keeping myself together. With that in mind, I could focus instead on getting this house ready to welcome you both home. Mum, whatever doubts you may have about your place in this family, as long as you're here in this house, you are our son. If you ever feel afraid or down, you can always find comfort in my arms. And then, once you've found the strength to keep going, you can pick things back up right where you left them. Thanks, Mum. I actually feel a lot better now. Well, look forward to dinner tonight. Make sure you work up a good appetite for it. Alright? No worries there. Okay, so let us go outside and see more of Ymir. So we have a funny dog. I'm home, Bad X. Being welcome back by you really makes me feel like I'm home again. No idea what you're on about, does it? Okay, so let's have a look round. Looks like a nice little village up in the mountains. Got some snowman creature things, cat and something with a hat. Okay, so we got a few of the maps, so let's talk to Celine and Elisa.
Oh, here you are, Elise. I wasn't expecting to find the two of you together.
Well, it's quite cold outside, so I thought I'd come and give Celine some warm milk. I keep telling her that she doesn't need to go out of her way for me, but she won't listen. The steam here is plenty to keep me warm. Oh no, that wouldn't do at all. You saved my brother's life. At least allow me to try and make your stay here in Ymir a comfortable one.
Celine saved my life? And when exactly did this happen?
I told her nothing of the sort. I keep trying to tell her it's not true, but she won't believe a word I say. Is something the matter?
Nope, not a thing.
I'd really rather you didn't act like I saved his life, though. Besides, if anything, I should be the one who owes you. What do you mean? Nothing. Forget I said anything. The milk's cooled down a little now, so I'm going to have some. Thank you.
Thinking back on it, didn't Elise later say she spotted a cat when she went into the old schoolhouse? That better not have been who I think it is.
Don't give me that look. I wouldn't have let her in there if I didn't think it was safe, you know? I was desperate. You just had such a half-hearted reaction to that door, so I started getting impatient and...
I can't believe you! She could've...
She wasn't in any danger, honestly. The Guardian in there was designed not to attack people unrelated to the trial. It didn't touch her even when she was right in front of it, right? That's proof enough. I'm sorry, okay? I never should have done it to begin with. Emma's lectured me over and over about it, too.
You're sorry? You...
I'm not sure why you're whispering to one another, but regardless, I want you to know how much I appreciate what you did. Like I said before, I want to make your stay a comfortable one. Whatever you need, please don't hesitate to ask. It's okay, really. And, sorry. Why are you sorry?
Well, she does genuinely seem to regret what she did. And Elise didn't come to any harm. I guess I'll let her off this time. I really do have one amazing little sister. Compared to her, I'm...
So we have a character notes in our notebook. So we record details of various people we meet throughout the story. Special events, personal level, get to know them better. So yeah. So that's going to be like the book notes in the first one. I'm going to leave them because that'll be story related. We just carried over from basically the game carryover, new game plus, but we're doing alright. So what's in this door? What's that store? Oh, hello there. You won't believe who's been coming in here lately. Well, maybe you will, but none other than Princess Elfin herself. She's the sweetest little thing. The way she looks at you, her smile. I wish I could just hug her and squeeze her hand and never let her go. Well, I don't call her one of the country's greatest treasures for nothing, I guess. I certainly don't. Don't you worry, we'll keep her safe as can be. She really seems to make herself at home here. That's good to know. Okay, let's see what we've got. Exchange. So 831,000 Myra. Okay. Got Gamma Jackwood and Ymir Chronicle 1. So I can read those two books. Let's get a stock a load of ingredients for cooking. You never know when you're going to come across a recipe, or you need to get a certain item. I've got the money, so I might as well pay for it. And I can always get more later. Unless of course it's you leave this area, you won't be back here for a long time type situation. We've all had those games when that happens. But let's go, let's grab a few more of them. Restock the smoke grenades in case I need to evacuate. Health potions, magic charge, yeah, now do we Phoenix feather type things, bring back from the dead. You never know when you're gonna get poisoned. Sorry, I'm just doing basic general shopping thing. Good job, it's like infinite infantry in this game. It'd be really bad if you had to, do random, carry certain minutes, carry a certain amount of items, and you have to transport items between this bag or that bag or storage. I don't have it in other games and there's good mechanics for it, but I'm just glad it doesn't have it in these ones, because if you could, you wouldn't be able to do pretty much what I'm doing now, which is spamming the stock into my massive, basically unlimited bag. I'm trying to do it though because I've basically got the money. Okay. Okay. Puppy watch. Part of a set. That means I probably need to keep it to the end of the game, like the frog. The strap sets and the fishing stuff. Okay. That's the weapons. Glad you come over. You've been a talk of the town ever since you came back. I'm just sorry you had to come back home under these circumstances. Sounds like everyone was pretty worried about me. How's the shop been? I can't imagine it's been all that easy running it with the war going on. You've got that right. Getting goods in has been a real nightmare lately. I'm getting nothing for everyone in the village though, so don't you worry. You caught me right in the middle of taking stock actually. If you've got any shopping to do, you can come back later. Sorry. Oh, of course, let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Haha, I appreciate that. You know, when they're laughing like that, I'm just going to ignore it because it doesn't work right. So, I'm not going to be buying any weapons for myself from him because I've got the best one in the game. But others, maybe. Rean, you're up. Hey Luke, sorry for worrying you. But as you can see, I'm perfectly fine now. Are you sure? You always say you're fine, even when you're not. See, he knows you, Rean. He knows you all too well. I can go and ask Lisa for some medicine if you need it. Well, I guess I do feel a little dizzy. That's probably why I'm sleeping too much though. I mean, I slept inside the Divine Night for a whole month and all. Talk about getting your beauty sleep. I've been hearing about the Divine Night since you came back, but it still blows my mind that it actually exists. Whatever. The point is, take it easy, okay? Elise isn't the only one to see you back. Happy to see you back home. Thanks, that means a lot to me. That is the tram thing going down, I think. Or railway station, whichever. Okay, so snowboard have been knocked out this time. Oh my, if it isn't Rean, I didn't know you were up and about. You're not hurt or anything, are you? Come here, sweetie. Let me get a better look at you. I'm alright, honestly. Father Bernard already looked at me and he said I'm fine. Oh really? Well, I suppose if he says so. You and Luke always used to come home covered in bruises after playing out in the snow. Can't be too careful. Nothing dangerous has happened since you left, at least. I guess living in a remote mountain village has its advantages. Then again, there's been no shortage of surprises. First, Her Highness comes to stay, and now we have that talking cat. Yeah, talking cats are really weird. Sometimes it feels like war has nothing to do with us, but with everything that's happened and you get involved, it suddenly feels a lot more personal. Maybe you're right. Although I can't help but feel that things would have been more peaceful if I hadn't come back. Ah, you're still thinking about that, are you, Rean? Anybody upstairs? Yep. Ah, Master Rean, I'm overjoyed to see that you are well. You don't have any lingering symptoms, do you? Headaches? Fevers? I'm fine, honestly. If anything, I feel like I want to be out and about after sleeping for so long. Is that so? I'm pleased to hear that. Still, make sure you're eating well enough to regain your strength. Luckily, the fall harvest has been excellent this year. I'll be sure to deliver plenty more of the mountains of blessings to the mansion for you to enjoy. Thank you. I can't wait. And that's not a bad little fire animation in the stove. Anyway. It's wearing boots, but it feels like clumps. Okay. Farley's Echo. Also, I'll be here in the local pub. Well, hey there. If it ain't Rean, glad to have you back home. You all better now? Yeah, I'm fine now. Must have just been exhausted. I take it everything's fine with you too? I see your habit of spending a day drinking is still intact at least? Whoa. I'm just having a few drinks to celebrate your return home, that's all. Besides, not a whole lot of work for a woodcutter like me to do in the middle of winter. I'm always here if you need me to make you anything though. Might not be as good a captor as Gizmo, but I'm close. Thanks, I'll let you know if I'll ever need anything. I'm cleaning up the plates. Grandpa asked me to. Morning Kiki, everything's still the same here in the tavern? Yep, sure is. Monster tried to keep me from drinking. He didn't even last a week. He's a very rough man. I'm glad to see she's doing well, but her tongue sure got sharper. It was sharp enough before. The honesty of kids, always the same. You're finally up, Rean. Good to see you. Between going missing for a month and ending up on the Alliance's wanted list, you had us worried, young man. I'm sorry about that. I feel awful. Nah, don't be. We're just glad you're alright. Here, take up a lease with me. You can join in with the lease later. Haha, thank you. It feels as it's been forever since I last had the chance to enjoy your cooking. He may not look like the type, but I've always been amazed by how well he makes his stuff. I remember when he used to give Elisa and me sweet things all the time after we came home from Sunday school. Good times. Not much has changed since the last time you were here. Your father patrols more, but that's about it. The president to my right has been helping us a lot too. He's been a big help since he got here. A real considerate kid for his age. He's really outdone himself by bringing you home safely though. You're gonna have a drink of coffee for that one. Okay. Get some nice food.
If you've come to thank me for saving your butt again, save it. I'm just glad I made it in time. Princess Alphen and that sister of yours are the ones you should be talking to. You were on their minds this whole time.
Yeah, I can tell. I really do appreciate you coming for me, though. I was pretty far out from town, so I didn't think anyone would find me. Just goes to show what bracers can do, I guess.
About that. I wasn't actually the one who found you.
You weren't?
2 days ago, I got a call out of nowhere on my Arcus. They gave me this crazy amount of detail on exactly where to find you, then they just hung up. Didn't even say who they were. I figured it couldn't hurt to go take a look, and sure enough, there you were.
That's strange. I wonder who it was.
Wish I could tell you. I couldn't even recognize their voice. Nah, that's not really true. It was kind of familiar. Maybe. Whatever. No use dwelling on it. Right now we've got bigger problems to tackle than mystery callers. There's the war for starters.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Have you and the rest of the guild been doing much?
Well, we've been trying. We're pretty limited on what we can do, partly because we've all been split up since the war broke out. I don't even know if any of the others in Erebonia are okay, Sarah included.
It sounds like things have gotten even more serious since I was away.
Sure has. Not even regular civilians have been able to escape being affected by it. As it stands, the Noble Alliance has the overwhelming advantage. But the Imperial Army's showing no signs of surrendering to them. Particularly.
I see.
Sorry.
Oh, and another thing you might hear. We've been getting reports of a few Jaeger corps taking part in the war too. Even members of Ouroboros.
Ouroboros? That secret society?
That's the one. Jaegers being employed here in Erebonia is nothing new, but there's way more of them here these days. As for Ouroboros, they're probably just trying to stir up trouble of their own. It's what they do best. Then there's the fact that Erebonia isn't the only place with problems right now. Crossbell's full of them too. There's so much to freak out about these days, it could drive you insane. Sorry, you've got enough on your plate without me dumping all this on you, huh? Try saving all those bad thoughts you got piling up for another day, okay? You need to focus on relaxing. You can decide what you want to do after that.
Sure. Thanks, Toval. You're probably right. You're just a fountain of good advice, huh?
I've just got a few years worth of life experience on you, that's all. Oh, and while I'm giving you good advice, why not take a dip in the hot springs? Could be a nice way to clear your head.
It probably would. Hasn't let me down before. Maybe I should pay a visit to the Phoenix Wings later.
Okay. Anybody upstairs? Nope. Okay, that's this building done. Let's move on to the next one. Phoenix Wings, the Mansion, Chapel and the Valley. Good day and welcome to the Wait, Rean? What are you doing up already? I was going to come and look in on you. Get you up back into bed. You think being up would be something to be happy about? Well, it's nice to know how much you care in any case. Ah, come on. I mean, after all the training you did with Master Kafu, I figured it'd take more than that to kill you. Then you got to go and train in an academy in the city. Why couldn't I go too? I never even had a chance to leave this village. Are you talking to me or at me? You're even younger than me. It's not fair. You could have at least brought me a souvenir or 5 back. It's like I never left home. Ooh, pool table. Wonder if we get to use that later. And it's chessboard. Yeah. So, blue boys, pink girl. Master Rean, you finally awakened. I'm so very relieved to see it. I was terribly worried about you. Thanks for your concern, Mr. Baggins. Mr. Baggins. Hello, I prefer it if you didn't call me Master Rean all the time. Perhaps so, but you'll always be Master Rean to me. A lot has happened here since the war began, but this inn was graciously granted to us by the Imperial family. We can't allow anything to dampen our spirits. You know as well as anyone the value of these walls. Please do come by whenever you're in need of relaxation. Of course. Well, I just went in, but you were busy. Ooh, we have a chef. Oh, it's you, Rean. Your colour's not looking half bad. If you were looking any worse, I was going to have you drink some of the new vegetable juice I've been concocting. I'm perfectly fine without. Thank you. How many new recipes have you made since I've been away? My creativity is infinite, Rean. I'm always striving to make the finest dishes in the land. You were brushing up on your own cooking skills at Academy, weren't you? Yeah, my classmates and I were cooking for ourselves at one pot. Wait a sec. Where did my recipe book go? Did you lose it? I guess so. I had all kinds of different recipes written down too. Well, you went out your way to come and see me. I suppose this is the least I can do. Take this. Yay, we have our new recipe book. Is this a new recipe book? It's a spare I had lying around, so go ahead and use it. I know how much it hurts to start from scratch again, so I threw in a recipe to try. Here are some ingredients too. See the recipe for the salty origami, rock salt and salted grains. This is what Elise often used to bring me while I was training. Are you sure it's okay for me to just take these? Absolutely. I'm proud to see that you came to understand the joys of cooking while you were at the academy. And besides, Taking the time to enjoy cooking should help you lift your spirits somewhat. It's a simple recipe, so why not go and make it with your family? Thank you very much then. So now we've got the recipe tab unlocked. Okay, so recipes received directly from people, others obtained from using certain items. Okay, recipes.
Okay, let's give this a try.
So that looks like it's the same mechanic as in the first game.
Well, how about that? Okay, let's give this a try.
And that's my main one.
Well, how about that?
Okay. And I bought the salty one, so... Okay. It's just hitting their half-hour mark. Let's see. I think I'll do these last few markers, then I'll basically call the episode. Here's Princess Elfin.
She's praying so intently. Thinking about it, she must be even more distressed right now than I am.
Why, hello, Rean! You're looking rather well today. Much better than you were yesterday, at any rate.
I feel loads better, actually. Thanks. How about you? Are you managing all right here? I'm guessing life in a tiny village like this is harder than you're used to. If there's anything I can do to make things easier for you, though, don't hesitate to let me know.
Oh, not at all. I've been simply loving my stay here. The scenery is stunning. The hot springs are oh so soothing. To say nothing of your mother's spectacular cooking. I'm having the time of my life here. I almost envy Elise for growing up in such a wonderful place.
I'm happy to hear you say that. Still.
On top of all that, I was able to reunite with you here. Oh, and meet a mysterious talking cat, too. Not everyone gets to do that now, do they? I still haven't had the pleasure of meeting that Ashen Knight of yours, however. Perhaps I might have the chance once he wakes up? I suppose I can dream.
Well... I realize I'm the last person who has any right to say this, but there's no need to force yourself to bottle everything up and put on a brave face. I know how worried I am about my classmates, so I can only imagine how you must feel.
I'm so sorry. I'm supposed to be royalty. I shouldn't be getting all worked up about something like this, but just thinking of what my family must be going through is just too much to bear. Cedric and we had a fight on the morning it all happened. I was planning to make up with him that evening, but
I'm sure he won't hold that against you. You'll be able to make up with him next time you see him. I'm sure that'll be sooner than you think, too. In the meantime, there's no need to force yourself to seem like being apart from them isn't bothering you. Royalty or not, no one would blame you for being worried or upset. And every single one of us here wants to do what we can to help you.
Thank you. I'm fine now. I hope I don't sound ungrateful, but I think you should be spending more time with Elise rather than me. This is your first chance in a while to spend some quality time together. I'd hate to take that away from her.
Why? I mean, it's true that she's a little more dependent on me than you'd expect for a girl her age, but that doesn't mean she needs me hovering around her all the time. Then again, she did seem more shaken up than usual. Maybe you're right. I should try and cheer her up while I still can.
That That's not exactly what I meant.
You're still trying to play matchmaker, ain't you, Elise? Sorry, Elfin.
Oh, this is so difficult on a fair maiden's heart, I hope you know. You're just making me wish you were my brother all the more.
Why?
I have to say though, I'm really glad I had the opportunity to visit Ymir. Oliver came here himself some time ago, and ever since then, I wanted to see it for myself. Not to mention the fact that it's given us a chance to really get to know one another without any pretensions. Oh, that's the first time I've heard of Prince Oliver coming here. Now I guess it makes sense knowing that the Phoenix Rings was built by it as a gift from the Imperial family. From what I remember, it was just before he left for Libelle 2 years ago. He couldn't stop talking about how much he was looking forward to the hot springs. Back then, he wasn't quite as popular as he is now, so he was apparently able to do it without anyone recognising him. No wonder I don't remember it. Back then, I wasn't near Ymir much thanks to my 8 leaves training. Such a shame. I can only imagine how close we might be today if you'd been able to make his acquaintance back then. Glad to see she's back to her usual self. Yeah, she's basically fixated on Rean or trying to set Rean up to date his sister. I hear you were kind enough to come and see me last night, Father. I just wanted to come and thank you for that. Think nothing of it, Rean. I always do my best to aid you however I can. You'll always be a pupil of mine after all. I said we relieved to see you're still wet. Well, a lot seems to have happened to you in the past 2 months. Yeah, you could say that. He really has helped me in more ways than I can count. Helping me to study for exams, giving me advice when I needed it. Sometimes I feel like I'm relying on him too much, but he's so smart and helpful that I end up doing it anyway. I can see that you're quite the lost lamb at the moment, Rean, but hurrying to find a way forward is not the best course of action. First, you should reflect on yourself and your surroundings. Yes, Father. It's probably right. I need to take this chance to cool my head and think about this. It's good to see you again, Lisa. Oh, Rean, it's good to see you too. I was so worried about you after hearing that you vanished over in Trista. You and Luke have always been like little brothers to me. Little brothers who are going to make me go prematurely grey. Sorry, I don't think it might be a bit too old for little brother though. Age has nothing to do with it. I still have plenty that I want to ask you, but you can't wait for another time right now. I'm happy to have you back. Please take this chance to rest and recover from all you've been through. She really is the epitome of a perfect older sister. Kind of can be, and always looking out for everyone. It's funny how majestic it feels to have her caring for me like this. It wasn't that long ago I was last here. Okay, dokie. What's up here? Anything interesting? Ooh, I know that lady. Alright, let's see how many little dusty fishes I can catch today. I wasn't expecting to find someone fishing here. Not that there's a whole lot of monsters here though, so she should be safe if she doesn't stray too far. And just who might you be? I seem to recall meeting her during one of our field studies. Oh, I recognise you. You're one of those Thor students who helped me a number of months ago, yes? It's lovely to see you again. Nice to see you again too. It looks like I was right. Sorry for disturbing you. Oh, there's no need to apologise. Actually, since you are a student of Thor's, you wouldn't happen to know a young man named Kenneth, would you? Kenneth? I do actually. He's in the Imperial Fishing Club. That's the guy. That's wonderful news. Perhaps you might know where I could find him as well? I'm sorry. I'm afraid I've got no idea. Really? That's not so wonderful. So you know him too? Indeed, when the war first broke out, we fled Trista together. But on the way, he told me that he had something that he needed to take care of and asked me to go on alone. He promised to meet me here in Ymir, but there's been no sign of him since. That's unfortunate. Not that I believe anything untoward could possibly have happened to him, of course. After all, there's nothing in this world that can crush the spirit of us anglers. When it comes to survival, even soldiers can't hold a candle to us. Right. That said, you're looking a little glum. At times like this, there's nothing like a spot of fishing to cheer you up. If you know Kenneth, it's only fair for me to assume that you're a fan of fishing too. I am. In fact, Kenneth gave me a title, Red Angler, I think. I don't have my fishing gear with me anymore though. Red Angler? That must mean that you've caught the famed Guardian. In that case, please take these. Okay, a fishing book, feather rod, and some bait. Are you sure? Sure, I'm sure. Kenneth left me in charge of some of his fishing gear. He instructed me to give them away if I was to cross paths with any promising fellow fishing enthusiasts. So go on, they're rightfully yours. That sounds like Kenneth, alright. Thank you very much. And since you've got your new notebook open, I've taken the liberty of writing down your current title to help you keep track. You begin as a bronze angler, judged by the same standards as any professional. Aim for the top and become a fishing god. I have plenty of prizes you can exchange for your angler points, so beyond being pure bloody fun, fishing should prove worth your while. I'll try and do so when I get the chance then. I'm getting tongue-tied on these words.
Oh, I could probably fish here.
Let's see if the fishing has changed from what it was in the first game, or still the damn same button tapping. Fingers crossed. Nah, it's still a damn finger tapping. I really wish they'd got rid of that.
Caught one.
Okay. Just if you watch the first game series, you'll know the amount of time I spent trying to catch a certain fish. Yeah, for the completion trophies. Let's do the last one and I'll go back into the town. I just want to see what's available in the fishing lot shop, so to speak.
Not bad.
Okay. Back to the beginning. Okay. So I got fighter's badge. Part of set. Yes, this looks like I'm just going around talking to everybody and hit the wrong button. And basically getting given stuff. It's Dad. All of the Empire's major cities are under the control of the Noble Alliance now. They've been so focused on those, they haven't had time to deal with the frontier regions like ours. Thankfully, this means that Ymir hasn't felt the full impact of the Civil War. It does seem that way. I was relieved to see how little's changed. The nice snowfalls are the only real difference compared to my last visit. By the way, I see you chose not to join the Noble Alliance. Is everything all right on that front? Well, I've never really wanted anything to do with the Noble faction to begin with. There's always a chance they try to invite me to join, but I'm confident I can talk my way out of it. I'm a little concerned that I can't get in touch with Viscount Acid, however. You can't? Last I saw him was on the Courageous, I think it was. Did something happen over in the Grand? Or maybe even the Courageous? I'm afraid I couldn't tell you, but it's Viscount Acid we're talking about. He'll be fine. Regardless, I'm just trying to make sure that we'll be well prepared for anything. Especially since our duties have expanded to sheltering Her Highness. That's true. The Alliance already has His Majesty and the Crown Prince, so it's safe to assume they want Princess Alfred as well. Dad, let me know if there's anything I can do to make your job easier. I'm more than happy to help. Of course, I'm sure I'll be counting on you in the days to come. Still, start with trying not to rush things. You shouldn't have to jump to thinking you need to shoulder more than your fair share of responsibility. There's only so much burden that one person can bear. So you think I'm shouldering too much? Admittedly, there's a Master Carefrew's words, not mine, but they get across what I want to say well enough. And whether I think it or not, that this is a good chance for you to get some well-earned rest. I want you to make the most of it, alright? Sure, Dad, thanks. Mr. Rean, how may I help you? Actually, I'd like to use the springs. Are they open by any chance? Why, yes, of course. As it so happens, cleaning was only finished not too long ago. You can have any or even all of them to yourself if you wish. That sounds wonderful. I might just take you up on your offer. It feels like it's been ages since I've had a chance to enjoy them. The entrance is to the right. Enjoy, Master Rean. Should I go on the bus now? Maybe I should go around and let everyone know I'm okay first. They've all been so worried. think I basically spoke to everybody. Yeah, did everybody there? There's a dot there, but yeah, I've seen everyone. Well, the word just cleaned a nice warm soak when I joined the scenery. Sounds just the right thing now. Just think right now. There we go. Wow, that is a nice scenery.
You really can't beat an outdoor hot spring. Feels like all the fatigue that's been building up inside me is melting away. I don't think I realized just how exhausted I was until I came in here. Still, what am I supposed to do now? Chancellor Osborne's been shot, the capital's been occupied, and now even Trista and the Academy are under the Noble Alliance's control. Then there's Crow. I was practically a joke. I didn't stand a chance against him. Even borrowing the power of something like a divine knight wasn't enough to fight him on equal terms. Far from it. It was hopeless from the start. I didn't realize before, but he was holding back against me the whole time. Even without that trump card of his, he could have defeated me effortlessly. And yet there was me, all happy, thinking that I'd won, right before he knocked me back with a single blow. If only I wasn't so weak. If only I'd been able to hold my ground. Maybe things would have been different. Instead, I ended up running away and leaving everyone else behind. There's no point in blaming how things ended on Celine or Valimar. None of this is their fault. This is all on me. Because of that, I've lost everything. I'd finally found a place where I felt I belonged, and people to share it with, and I lost it all. I thought my life was finally gaining some direction, but now I feel totally lost again.
Rean? Sorry if I'm bothering you.
Elise, did you want to use the springs too?
I heard you were here, so I thought that perhaps I could come and join you.
I mean, I know we used to come in here together when we were kids. But we're a little old for that now, don't you think? I'm not so sure it's...
Please, we're siblings. There's no need to feel so self-conscious. And you must be exhausted after all that's happened. So I thought the least I could do was come and wash your back for you.
Okay.
The water's nice and toasty, huh? Truth be told, I haven't taken a dip here for some time. I'd forgotten how pleasant it was to sit here and admire the snow.
Yeah, same here. Bathing during the fall when the leaves are changing has its charms, but something about watching the snow really relaxes me. And it's plenty relaxing even without a bottle of sake in hand, despite what Master Kafai might tell you.
He's always been a heavy drinker. To say nothing of the fact that Father can never turn down the opportunity to help him finish a bottle or three whenever he visits.
I'm sorry. You came out here because you were worried, didn't you?
Oh no, not at all. That wasn't why I came here at all. It's just that...
You're not the only one. It's like everyone I meet has to go out of their way for me. It's how things have been for my whole life. How everyone feels like they have to be around me.
What do you mean?
It happened the day Dad picked me up in that blizzard 12 years ago. It happened the day when I lost control and scared you 8 years ago. It happened the day Master Kafai cut short my years of training. It even happened only last month, when everyone risked their lives so that I, and I alone, could be saved.
That's not...
Looking back on my life, I've been too fortunate for my own good. All I've done is bask in the kindness of everyone I know, giving nothing worthwhile in return. On the contrary, I've brought nothing but misfortune to them instead. Like I'm some kind of curse. I don't have the right to be treated kindly. I don't deserve to have others putting themselves out for me. Not when I seemingly can't do a thing to return that kindness and am too weak to fight for them when they need it most. None of this should have ever happened. If I'd known it would. If I'd known things would ever become like this, then I'd never have gone to the academy to begin with.
Stop. Do you seriously mean all that you've just said? The right to be treated kindly? And who exactly decides who has that right, whatever that's supposed to be? I don't look out for you because I expect something in return or because I want you to defend me. Acts of kindness aren't debts to be repaid. I look out for you because I care about you, because you're important to me. And I'm sure that Mother, Father, Master Kafai, your classmates, and all of your other acquaintances feel the same. So please, from the bottom of my heart, please don't say that you don't have the right to be treated kindly. Of course you do. You just don't realize it. You care so much about the people who matter to you. So why can't you understand that those people care just as much about you? Think back to that day when you were separated from your classmates. What kind of expressions did they have when you parted from them?
They... They were smiling. They all believed that we'd see each other again. That no matter what happened along the way, we'd all be reunited. And that one day, we'd move forward together as a class again, just like we did before. Maybe there's nothing wrong with feeling lost and impatient from time to time. I believe in all of them, and if they see me as worthy of their trust, then I'd like to try and believe in myself too. We're classmates, and more than that, we're friends. So long as I keep moving forward, I'm sure that somewhere, someday, our paths will cross again.
I think so too, Rean.
Thanks, Elise. I feel like you gave me exactly what I needed to move forward.
You don't need to thank me. I didn't do anything. All I did was remind you of something you already knew. It was your time at the academy that gave you what you needed. I admit, I am a little envious of your classmates, though.
Still, I'm really thankful to have you in my life. I might not be the most dependable brother in the world, but I'd appreciate it if you kept looking out for me. And while it might be a ways away, I'll keep striving to be an older brother you can be proud of.
I'm always proud of you, you know? And of course I will. I see all's well that ends well. Your Highness?
And you've brought Celine, too.
Hope you don't mind us barging in. What brings you here? I heard that you were both here from Toval, so I thought I might come along and see how everything was going. Besides, how could I pass up a chance to help cheer up Rean? And oh, what a heartwarming sight I happened to stumble upon during my humble quest. Considering you were waiting for the perfect time to make your grand entrance, stumbling is a stretch.
You were waiting?
Were you listening in the whole time? Elise, have you ever known me to be so unladylike? But I see you've done a fine enough job for the both of us. Oh, the bond between siblings is truly a miraculous thing. Not only do you share an unwavering kinship, but you'll always have the tender embrace of skinship within reach. I'm so jealous.
I appreciate your concern, though. Still, Elise is one thing, but I'm not entirely comfortable sharing the springs with you, Your Highness.
Oh, come now, Rean. This is the bath. Ranks are stripped once our clothes are, as far as I'm concerned. That being said, may I join Elise in washing your back as well? This would make the perfect chance for us to finally strengthen our bond as honorary siblings. Wouldn't you agree? Your Highness, please! I'm sorry, okay?
Huh?
About, things. I'm not exactly all that cognizant of human feelings and the like. Emma often points out as much. But thinking back, I have done some things that were probably quite insensitive in your eyes.
Look at you.
Huh?
If anything, I should be the one apologizing. I shouldn't have taken my frustrations out on you like that. Can you forgive me?
Forgive you? Why would I need to? I really don't get you sometimes. What was that? That sounded like...
I know exactly what that was. It's that magic knight we ran into on the way down the mountain.
I had a feeling Toval's art wasn't enough to finish it off. But the fact it's still active isn't the only problem. It sounds like it's coming this way.
Oh no. You're certain then that this magic light, something or other, is coming here? I'm certain. I can sense this man moving towards us. It's still a fair distance away for now, but it's getting closer by the minute. It's coming from the direction of the valley behind the village. Bah, I thought I finished it off, but I should have made sure. I didn't think anything could survive that fall, but if anything could, it'd be one of those things. No, you did what you could, you shouldn't blame yourself. Still, why would it be coming here? My guess is because you're here. Or more specifically, because Ancient Awakener is here. It's after Rean? So those magic knights may have some connection with the Divine Knights. Well, that makes it easy. If it's after me, then I should be the one to go out and stop it. But you'll be putting yourself in danger. I'll be fine, and I won't get anywhere near the village. In a way, I have to. If I can't do this, what hope do I have of getting Class 7 back together again? Well, sounds like your mind's made up, and you appear to have recovered enough in my eyes. Alright then, I have no objections. We'll have all the villagers ready to evacuate as a precaution. Take care, Rean. Thanks, Mum, Dad. Let me come with you. I doubt I compared to Sarah, but I ain't too shabby in the fight. Really? Thank you. I feel a lot better having you around, honestly. So, okay, so Tobble, Celine, you guys almost ready to head out? Actually, if you don't mind, Rean, I would like to come with you. You would? Elise? This is not an opponent to be taken lightly, a fact I'm sure you're well aware of. I fully understand the dangers this will entail. Combat etiquette is imperative to calling oneself a noble, and I am familiar with the source of the Swartz family. You trained me yourself, Rean. Well, that's true, but you're certain this is what you want to do, Elise? Yes, I am. My brother has chosen his path, and his sister, as a sister, I feel I have a duty to support him. Not only as his sister, as the daughter of House Swarzna, I have every intention of doing whatever is within my power. My, how you've grown. Indeed, as your father, I couldn't be more proud. Take her with you, Rean. I have plenty of faith in her abilities as a swordsman, but I also think she would keep you from doing anything too rash. Dad, come on. I don't think you got anything to worry about. She's stronger than you're giving her credit for. Like your dad said, she knows her way around a sword, and she's pretty good at using her arcus too. She saved me and her highness from more than a few tough spots on the way here even. That she did. I'm sure she'd be capable of even more with her beloved brother at her side. But still. Hold on, since when has Elise had an arcus? Oh, left that fun detail out when we were catching up, didn't I? Prince Oliver gave me a couple of spares actually. And I had a hunch that these two would have a knack for them with a bit of practice, so I showed them the ropes on the way here. Gape. I know you're against her coming with us, but we really don't have much time here. And it's pretty clear that nothing you say is going to change her mind. So I think it's time you gave up and we got going. Ugh. Fine, you can come too, Elise. But don't even think of going anywhere or doing anything that will put you in any further in harm's way than you need to be. Promise, okay? I promise. Alright, let's start getting ready then. If either of you need to do anything last minute, get it done now. After that, we'll make our way for Ymir's back entrance. Okay. So the recovery stuff's basically tactics, recovery, battle order, etc. now unlocked. Is this shop now available? Can I change weapons? Nope. I can't change any of that. Can't change any of that. Okay, with that in mind, I'm actually going to be saving the game and finishing this episode. We'll be going out to face the Magic Knight in the next exciting episode and see how we do. So with that in mind, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like if you're enjoying the story, and I'll see you in the next episode. Laters.